Taste of Southeast is checking out Ketchikan's newest restaurant, the Bar Harbor Ale House. So join us as we check out this awesome spot for barbecue and beer. So when you first walk into the Bar Harbor Ale House, you're going to see this amazing slate of beers behind me. I've joined Tiger here today to talk a little bit about what they've got to offer, things you can try, and ways to enjoy different beers from basically everywhere, right?
Kind of everywhere, yes. We have a lot of Alaskan stuff, obviously, from up here, and we have some stuff from the West Coast. We even have Dogfish Head all the way from the East Coast. So,
way cool.
But our main thing is just it's going to be craft beer, smaller breweries.
Awesome. And so you've got a little bit of everything. I've seen on the menu there's even bottles to choose from.
Yeah, we have about 63 beers on the menu.
Wow.
And a lot of those are in bottles because we only have 20 taps up here on the wall.
Which is still quite a bit to choose from as far as taps go.
It is, and actually it'll be even more in the summer because as soon as we open up our patio outside, we have 4 more taps out there.
Awesome. So these will probably be rotating. People can probably try new things if they come in again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, already we've been open 2 weeks now, and I've gone through probably 6 menu changes.
Wow.
Because we'll run out of, the other day we had 4 kegs pop, put 4 new beers in the menu. Lost 4 off the menu, of course, but.
Awesome. So for the beer lovers out there, this is the place to come and catch a can for trying out new and different things. So I'm in the kitchen with head chef Derek, and what are we doing back here?
This is our ale house bread. It's jalapeno cheddar beer bread.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that sounds amazing.
It complements the soup, it complements the salads, it complements all of the smokiness that we're doing here at the Bar Harbor.
Awesome. So what exactly is in here right now?
This is sifted flour and sugar. These are jalapenos and smoked cheddar.
Yum.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix all these dry ingredients together firstly until I get a good combination and coverage. Then I'm going to add this beer right here.
Ooh.
And mix it all together until I get to the consistency that I want.
What does the beer do for this?
The beer acts as a yeast. So
Okay.
instead of using actual yeast in my bread, the beer acts as my yeast, and it feeds the sugar. It feeds off the sugar to make the sugar rise like any dough or bread mixture.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I want it to be rough. I'm looking for a rustic loaf, right? So I mix it all by hand because I don't want to break it up really, really hard. And that's about what I'm looking for right there. I want it to be choppy and rough, but I want to make sure it's all mixed together thoroughly. That's
Delicious.
step 1. Then I've got my little loaf pans here.
Here we go.
And we just portion it out equally into the loaves. This is a 3-ounce scoop, so I do about 6 of these, so it's about 8 ounces of dough in each one.
It almost looks like a fruit cake, you know? Like
Yeah.
all the colors, really bright, fun colors in
It's
there.
fun. It's fun to make. It's fun to eat. It's actually one of my favorite things that we make. I like bread a lot, and this is one of my favorites for sure.
I will eat all the carbs.
Yes, I like it. So that's the start. I mean, that's what I'm looking for. I want it to look rough and rustic. I want it to be, and what it's going to do here is it's going to get real big and swell up inside of these and overflow out of them. So when I get to this point, what I do is I put them in the oven for about 25 minutes and let them rise and get a nice color on them.
Perfect.
And then I pull them out and butter them. So I'm going to put these in the oven. About 25 minutes. So what I do is I'll pull them out of the oven, give them a little brush with sugar, with butter. Raw sugar. And then they go back in for about 5 minutes.
So we're all done. So let's go ahead and pull some out and have a bite.
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, look at that crust.
Yeah, that's
Oh
what
my
I want. I want it
goodness.
to be a little crunchy on the outside and super soft and moist on the inside.
And are those little chunks of butter?
That's cheese. That's the
Cheese.
smoked
Oh
cheddar.
my gosh.
Yes.
Cheese and jalapenos are like my 2 favorite things to
Nice.
eat. Plus
I
meat
like both
and
of
bread.
those things too.
And beer.
And beer.
All my
This-
favorite things.
This place
in
is
one
perfect.
thing. Awesome. Oh, that looks so good.
Yes,
the
ma'am.
melty cheese, it's like barely holding together, just oozing out.
That's what I wanted, was chunks of cheese in there, so you can get a bite of the cheese and it explodes with the jalapeno and the cheddar in your mouth. Please try some.
Yeah, I want that piece. I can see
Yeah,
there's a
you
little
can get
extra
it.
melty.
Yeah, get it, girl.
Don't mind me taking the best piece. Oh my goodness.
Just a little sweet, just a little spicy, smoky with the cheese.
That is
you
perfect.
Get a into the beer on the back of your tongue.
Totally. Especially the smokiness is totally there.
Yeah.
And it's almost like creamy. Like you don't even need butter.
No,
Just
you
eat
don't.
it
It's
straight,
super
fresh
good.
out of the oven.
Yeah, I
and-
love this bread. I had a good time making this bread.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having us back here. I'm going to take this and
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later.
Yes.
Peace out. I'm done. So joining me is Cape Fox's corporate chef, Chris Slimmerond. So tell me, Chris, what exactly was the idea behind this restaurant, and what were you guys thinking when you started it?
Well, you know, at the Lodge, I've been the executive chef at Cape Fox for a numerous amount of years, and we love doing barbecue, and we really thought that this what this town needed, and all the extra ale. So Tim, Stephanie, and myself sat down, and Stephanie had all these ideas about which beers she wanted to do, and so I kind of just adapted all of those beers to the menu. And kind of was like, hey, well, what can we use this one for? Can we get it into every sauce? Can we get it into the duck? I mean, can we get it into every aspect of the menu? And yeah, it wasn't a fly-by-night. It's more of a standing in the kitchen every night, playing with recipes, creating the choreography back here, and just, it's been a really wonderful experience, actually, just being able to be open-minded and have so many brews to play with, honestly.
Yeah.
It's really nice to have all the extra ale and stuff just into the house. So that's really what inspired everything, is all of the ale that is served here.
Way cool. So what are some of the recipes that do use beer?
Our beer bread, everybody says they're really liking it, so it's made with the mother ale. We are doing the Chuli Stout. Our ice cream cake is made from Chuli Stout. Our barbecue sauce is made from Chuli
gosh.
Stout. We have the Hefeweizen buffalo sauce. So the meatloaf is made with smoked. We're using agave in the sweet chili sauce that goes over the top of the meatloaf. It's going into our prawn batter.
Wow.
Yeah, so just
Like
about
almost
every
everything.
angle is coming in with ale in it, yeah.
Awesome. And I noticed those are a lot of Denali Brewing beers,
Yes.
correct? Awesome. So that's really cool. For those of you out there that don't know, Denali Brewing is based in Talkeetna, which is like the tiniest little town,
Very little.
just right outside of Anchorage, and they're homegrown little spot that they're making everything now.
They are, actually, yeah.
I noticed that on draft we've got Alaska Cider Works, we've got Denali. They even, for those that do like to try some craft cocktails, they do make their own whiskey and things as
Yeah,
well.
and we
so.
do love that cider works. We actually are putting the cider works into our apple dressing, so it's not for children.
Yeah.
We're just going to say that. It's strictly for adults.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about floats too
Sure.
earlier.
So we're mixing ice cream. Like we have a lemon meringue, and I've created this raspberry candy that we're sprinkling. It's like a sugar concoction that's coming over the top of the drinks. And yeah, it's actually a nice touch. So people are really
Awesome.
liking this.
Way cool. So tell us a little bit about the barbecue options on the menu then.
Well, Cape Fox really needed, and that's what I was trying to do, is we were trying to create an entity name. We don't want to be like what we're doing at the Lodge, or what we're doing at Sweet Mermaids, or what are we doing downtown. So this barbecue was a way that this town really needed something different. It's not really about trying to sell seafood here in Alaska. It's about what this town and community really needed, and barbecue is where it's at. I mean, let's be honest, it's
Oh, yeah.
everywhere. Oregon, Northern Washington, they're running with all these new scenes. This is kind of not like an old trend, but like a new trend that's kind of hitting everywhere. So we're just kind of keeping up with the times.
Yeah. Well,
I think
Nipka needs that.
Hey, you know what? We do need that. We need to kind of keep up with the times. I mean, I think we're lagging, like 10 years on some aspects
we're a
compared
little
to the lower
behind,
48.
yeah.
So this is just something that we need. And I love the barbecue. I'm from the South, originally from Georgia, so I really feel that this was a way to express my culinary talents in a fun way that,
Fun, and of course the beer.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And for everybody out there, make sure to check out www.facesofketchikan.com to see everything that these guys have to offer, and of course the other restaurants as well. Awesome. So again, everybody out there, come by, check out these new spots, and enjoy.